Frankie Lymon was rock and roll's first teenage star. In 1956 he had a massive hit with Frankie Lymon and the Teenagers and Why Do Fools Fall in Love. Unfortunately, he couldn't cope with his success and became addicted to heroin. In 1968 he died by an overdose, and in the 80s a controversy surrounding his estate began.
In 1981, Diana Ross did a cover version of Why Do Fools Fall in Love, a song which was partly written by Frankie. Diana took the song to the charts again, but who was to get the money? Strangely, when Frankie died, he was married to 3 women at the same time. Zola Taylor, Amira Eagle and Elizabeth Waters all claimed to be his rightful widow. Lawsuits and counter-lawsuits followed. The situation was extremely difficult. There was Elizabeth Waters, who was already married when she married Frankie. The divorce from her first husband was finalized in 1965. There was the Platters singer Zola Taylor, who claimed she had married Lymon in 1965, but she couldn't prove that. Frankie's marriage to Amira Eagle was properly documented. However, Frankie was still twice married and not divorced when he married Amira.
So the judges had to decide. In 1986 the first decision was made and the court said Elizabeth Waters is the lucky one. 3 years later another court reversed the decision and said Amira Eagle is the rightful widow. And after that, a strange story began circulating surrounding the tombstone of Frankie Lymon.
Frankie has 2 headstones, one of it for many years set in the window of a music store. And this is the story. In 1985, Frankie's grave was still unmarked. The owner of the shop had contacted Amira Eagle, and this happened years before the court decision about the estate. The shop owner wanted to raise money to buy Frankie a headstone. Amira agreed, but afterwards the legal problems with the other 2 women began, and so Amira told the shop owner to hold off the stone from the grave. But the stone was already made, and so it was placed in the window of the shop. Years after, Amira bought another stone and placed it at Frankie's grave.
The life of Frankie Lymon was immortalized in 1998 by a movie called Why Do Fools Fall in Love? And I can highly recommend this movie to you. Dr. Collector, stay tuned.